Okay, so this is part 2 and also question 2 of English Language Paper 2, which is on Friday the 6th of June at 9 a.m. So I've just used the start of this clip just to remind you of what kind of equipment you'll probably want to take into the exam. I've got a ruler to track the text with, 3 colours of highlighters and a black pen. Obviously, unlike literature, all of your writing space is in the exam booklet. So here I am just using my reading ruler to track the question 2, and I'm going to use my highlighter to highlight those command exam words. So I'll be looking at things like the whole of source A and the whole of source B. I'll be looking at the word inference and then either differences or similarities between the sources. Obviously, for this question, your skills are all about comparison, making inferences, and thinking about what the effect of those writers' choices are on the reader. This question is a 10-minute writing question, but remember you do get 10 minutes reading in this assessment. So we need to make sure that we're using that time well and reading both of the sources with purpose. This part of the video is incredibly sped up because what I'm doing is tracking the whole text. I'm using my ruler, remembering to decode, and I'm just getting a feeling of exactly what the text is about with a focus on the question. Unlike in Language Paper 1, you will have 2 extracts for this paper, both of them being non-fiction. You generally get one from the 19th century and one from the 20th century. Once I have read through the source, I go through with my highlighter and find any quotations or moments in the extract that are really suitable to use as references in my actual answer. One of the best ways to revise for this question is to watch things like Mr. Brough on YouTube and then apply those skills and knowledge to an actual practice paper. Unlike literature, you can't learn content. All you can do is practice the skills. So here I'm just finishing up my highlighting on source B. So I've highlighted both sources and found some really useful quotations. What I'm writing now are some sentence openers that you might want to use, but all of these sentence openers that I've written on this page are actually on your Google Classroom. I would be aiming to use probably about 2 quotations from source A and 2 quotations from source B, aiming to write roughly 2 paragraphs, making sure that we're making a clear point that links to the question, including those quotations from both texts, and then making a really clear inference. So from this, we can infer that. If you can make a couple of inferences per quotation, even better. One of the best tips that I can give you in terms of revision for over the half-term period is to make sure that when you are doing these questions, you are getting really, really used to those timings. So you know that you get 20 minutes in total for this question, reading sources and writing. Make sure you set yourself a timer for that 20 minutes so that you get used to how it feels to have to navigate all of those things in what is quite a short space of time. As always, if you want to do some specific revision, you can watch Mr. Brough clips on YouTube, and Mr. Sal's is also fantastic. On our Google Classroom for English, there is a huge PowerPoint full of different revision methods. On that, there are some links to YouTube clips and different methods advised on there, as well as the past papers, all hyperlinked with the sources. Remember, you've also got that big list of sentence openers with top tips and timings to help you get through.